Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, where I've learned a valuable lesson on our last run. I don't know what our HP is. M7XJ8A8E is our seed today with Crown of Darkness, and what looks like moldy bread with a bite taken out of it, but is actually Monstrous Tooth. Horrible rate of fire, great, or at least good damage stat. Everything else is kind of just, you know, in the middle here, but the damage is good. So, Crown of Darkness gives you a great damage upgrade if you're at half of a red heart. So, you know, something like IV Bag might enable that. I don't think we've ever had a run where we made it pop off, but it seems like the kind of run that could pop off. There's also, I'm not sure if it has a second value, but I believe that it may also lead to you getting shops. I know this is going to sound ridiculous, by the way. It might lead to you getting shops after the depths. By the way, never do what I did there. It was a terrible decision to take Thunder Thighs. I did not think that we would go from 0.9 speed, which is acceptable, to 0.5, which is unfathomable. I certainly did not for a second think that that was where our lot in life was going to be. Now, don't let it tilt you. Don't let it tilt you. We've gotten out of, you know, worse buckets of syrup than this. Thank God we at least have a damage stat that can make it work. All right, I feel bad because we've definitely lost black hearts, or spirit hearts for that matter. And it must be spirit hearts. Because if it was black hearts, we would have killed every enemy on the floor. What we're going to do is look for predominantly the quarter. You know what? Don't crack that yet, because it could be spiders. We're going to look for the quarter, hope that it gives us, like, black candle. We got a penny. That's, you know, I guess it's a start. A pulse worm, sure, okay. Crawl space or something like that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Black market, I don't know. I don't know what our HP is. Maybe we're on 3 spirit hearts. But if we can hit that Crown of Light, I feel good. I would also love to, if possible, grab a speed upgrade, like immediately, because this is the floor where, oh, that's fine. This is the floor where, to be honest with you, it's probably going to be the easiest to survive, so it would be in our best interest to, like, immediately improve our run. Thunder Thighs might actually be in the avenue of, like, largely being an untakeable item. 0.53 speed is, like, the worst I think I maybe have ever seen. 0.5 might be the worst it can even get. Oh, Monstrous... I was just gonna say Monstrous Tooth is, like, an amazing Duke of Flies item, but, you gotta kill all enemies before using it on, Duke of Flies, otherwise it could just land on a fly and fuck your life up. So, we got less than 3, it's not, great, necessarily, it's not exactly what we needed, but I do like having HP, and I do see that there is a library, so Bookworm is, I mean, it's possible we can get the Bookworm transformation in this room. I don't know what the odds are, usually libraries have at least 2 books, though, so there's a good start, at least. And, you know, maybe we can just get a book that makes us feel better about things as well. Would also be nice. You know, like a Dr. Seuss or something like that. I don't know. Help. Help! I need somebody. Help! I need an upgrade. Help! Not just any upgrade. I took some damage there, but, you know, it was worth it for the butt fucking I'm gonna get in court from Columbia Records. Okay, please, a book of some repute. Okay, what do we want here? We want to start with Book of Shadows. Or, actually, the Bible will give us the ability to fly forever. So for the room. So take that. Grab Satanic Bible. Grab Necronomicon. Grab Book of Shadows. We do get Bookworm. It's a good start. I think you roll Satanic Bible. I don't think that's too controversial of a decision. It's a great item. Everybody likes it. Come on, you're gonna tell me you don't like Satanic Bible? What's your problem? It is there. Okay, so we're looking for... I mean, you know what? Why engage in half measures, right? We've already fucked up our speed. Let's make it even more hilarious by taking Samson's Chain. And we got Head of the Keeper as well, which is actually very nice. And money will probably be useful for us in the future. I don't know what we were really looking for in there. I guess, like, a start of a guppy dream would be a good good place to begin, but we still have 46% devil deals, so it's not really unlikely right now. It's basically a coin flip. Of course, you know, I'd feel a lot more confident. There's something psychologically where like 46% feels pretty bad. 51% is like 100% confidence. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's just me. On an intellectual level, I know that that's very stupid, and I've played enough XCOM to experience it in the wild as well. However, you know, 46% might as well be 0. 51 might as well be 100 mentally. Oh, man. I did not expect that unit to survive 2 hits. Okay. Speed up. Speed up! Sorry, that was my Adrian Brody on Saturday Night Live impression. Good job, eventually. You know what, though? I didn't talk about the last round as much as I wanted to. I hope it doesn't come across as bitterness to say that I don't intend on doing the delirium fight as often. I really feel like the delirium fight is mostly good, and the void floor is easy. Like I guess if anything, that's the issue. The void floor itself is no problem. The only problem is actually making the delirium fight itself work, when it's about 10 times harder than the rest of the floor. Delirium also only takes damage from chaos. It doesn't get killed by chaos, so you have to be like real careful. You have to be, I guess, confident, I suppose, about the way that you're going to approach the run. So I don't think in many situations I'm going to probably go through with the void floor anymore. And I think that that's sane. I think that's sensible. It's the same with Hush, you know? Probably like 75, 80% of the time we get the Hush fight, we choose not to go for it. More lately, we do go for it because of the void floor, but I think that's just going to go into optional territory, even though it shows up with more frequency. So we're on the basement 2. I think this gives us keys and bombs. I'm not that interested. I'll take the ladder. I'll take this. And I'll take the spirit heart. Maybe we'll be able to snag a deal with the devil chance in the future. You know what would actually be an interesting item for us? Yeah, we're not getting out of the way of that. You know what would be an interesting item for us, though, is pause button. With the pause button and Samson's chain, if we could get an enemy to stand on top of Samson's chain, we could just pause the game. Pause the game. And get them to just perpetually, like, take damage from it. So this is going very, very, very badly right now. This is like 3 out of 10 level badness, so I would love to see us slightly beat the odds. No deal. Fuck. PJs is just a lot of spirit hearts. So what are the principal problems with this run right now? Rate of fire is bad. Curse of the Blind is not going to help anybody. Well, I mean, let's start with the obvious. Our speed is terrible. Apart from our just god-awful speed, our damage is good, but our rate of fire is holding us back. So we are going to need to improve tears and speed, and honestly, considering we have the bookworm transformation, if we can improve our speed, our tears can even wait a little bit. There's a couple of different ways around this. You know, like if you want to give me 99 bombs. We can survive on 99 bombs for a few floors. If you want to give me... If you want to give me 9 volt and then like shoop de whoop, I will get rid of Satanic Bible. Satanic Bible is going to keep us alive, but we don't want to be kept alive. We want to be doing the killing. Oh my god. So honestly, we don't buy the ladder as much as we probably should. Especially at 7 cents, like it's doing wonders for us right now. We do have some advantages that I've maybe done a bad job of representing, though. Bookworm is really good, and it has high potential to get a lot better for us in the future as well, as our damage and tier stat improves. Beyond that, Satanic Bible is an A-tier spacebar item. We got this head start on the Beelzebub transformation, and money should not be a problem for us because of Head of the Keeper. Man, friendly ball, huh? Bummer. That, you know, in the whole scheme of things, is a series of fairly minor improvements. or positives. But that doesn't mean that it's not possible. Make them, you know, work for us in the future instead of us working for them. I knew it. I knew Samson's Chain was gonna fuck it there. I will also say, like, thank fucking Christ, we have 4.29 damage. That's not even that much, but it's enough to be like, if we had less, we would be in a much worse spot. Because our rate of fire really is quite bad. You know, we have the ladder. Might as well. We got a 100% deal with the devil chance here. There should be a demonic all stats upgrade. That's like... Look, if you're looking for new Isaac item ideas for a 300th expansion for this game, why not an all stats upgrade you can get in the deal with the devil? It's unexplored right now. We don't want that yet, because we can get 2 hearts for doing this. And all things considered, this room's not that bad. The biggest problem for enemies is going to be enemies that rush us down. So what are some unusual avenues we could take for survival here? And, you know, like, improving the main problems with our run without just being like, oh, give me brimstone. Well, the obvious is piercing shots. Even though that's not unusual, it really helps to compensate for fairly poor DPS. Because you get way more value out of each tier. Your room clearing ability goes, like, substantially up. Please give me a key. Well, that's actually very good, but to be honest, I prefer the key, but gotta check our curse room here. I will... Oh, the fires. We made it. Blank rune. I guess... we probably wait, and I know that there's a battery charge out there. I'm so slow, and this is my own personal problem. I'm so slow, I don't want to go and, like, make min-max the use of the battery charge right now. Our HP is fine, but it's still a bad habit. I think I want to try to use blank rune, like, right now. It was Dagaz. What was I thinking? I was like, maybe it'll Yera the Spirit Heart and the coins. Maybe it'll, I don't know, Algiz, which would be semi-useful for this room. If it's Perthro, we lose. If it's Burkano, you know, this is the kind of room that we want to use it on. Blank rune's always tricky. Always good. You know, there are very zero runes. Very zero runes that actually, like, hurt you for using them. Runes have, like, no dubious consequences, I think. Dubious Consequences also my favorite, bar none, Roman consulate, because he was 420 friendly, and he was just chill, dude. Everyone else was like, should we raise Londonium? And he's just like, what about you? Raise this, motherfudger. He spelled with all V's, like in true Latin style. And then he held up his middle finger, and everyone was like, damn, he's the coolest. Come on, that joke's all right. The idea of a Roman, you know, politician named Dubious Consequences who's really into legalizing marijuana. Like, he's a single-issue candidate, but honestly, that's what the Senate needed at that time during the Republic, so... I can't believe that the Lost Protector killed their enemy before we killed ours. Full health, oh, well, yeah, that's a good one. Really useful right now. Okay, so what's the game plan? Well, we're lucky in that we can probably kill this boss just by taking Blackheart damage before he can hurt us. Or before he can compromise our deal with the Devil Chance. We're unlucky in that if we get like a shit... Oh my god, don't even talk to me about that bomb. We're unlucky if if we get a shit payout... I don't know where our life is going to go from here. But we're not going to get a shit payout. We're going to get an orbital. And if you're the kind of person who hates watching orbital runs, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode up to this point, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I am going to predominantly be using Ball of Bandages unless this is a landmark deal with the devil. It's a good deal with the devil. Is it a landmark? I'm going to say no. It's piercing shots and better damage, but it does inhibit our rate of fire. I'm going to be using my orbital quite frequently here. Now, that should tell you something, and that something is that I'm frightened enough to come back here and go grab this Satanic Bible charge. I can't believe... Well, it's not that bad. I have to pick my battles, because if you just complain all the time, you get a reputation as being a complainer. And I don't want... I want to be the... You can't be the guy who's like, this run sucks, but also I'm the guy who takes shitty runs and makes them win, you know? That's just... It's a bad look. Like, I personally take responsibility, not for our bad rate of fire, but for our poor speed. I took Thunder Thighs. I know what Thunder Thighs did. I know what Thunder Thighs does, I should say. So I can't really be like, wow, this is fucked up. The game screwed me. So let's take responsibility for our speed. And everything else, you know, we'll just accept as kind of an additional consequence. Why am I doing this? Well, I'm testing a theory that really did not pan out well on Room 1. My theory is that I would really like to have more speed. That's the gist of the theory right now. So, it's not much of a theory, I'll just be honest with you. But I'm trying to get Mini Mush or Magic Mush, and so far I'd say that that's worked out absolutely terribly. You know what, though? I was wrong. I'm not going to use my orbital that much. Death's Touch does enough. It's not a, it's not like a easy run winner. Right now, at least, but it could be in the future. Joker card, please. 2 of diamonds. Also great. You know what? I'm willing to give it a shot. I will spend 10 fucking hearts to make this happen. That is not a speed upgrade, but at least we know. I'm taking Liberty Cap because on some rooms, Liberty Cap could give us a speed upgrade. Is this a good strat to walk into these mushrooms? Almost certainly not. I'm gonna do it anyway. Power Pill. What's the difference between Power Pill and Feels Like I'm Walking on Sunshine? And is Feels Like I'm Walking on Sunshine a reference to that clip from Intervention? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's funny, but if you know, you could have a sense of humor about it, I suppose. This woman's addicted to inhalants. You know, like, what do they call it? What do they call it when you... It's not poppers. Range down. That's not that bad. When you... Whippets. That's it. You know, like... She sniffs glue, basically. And then when she does it on camera, she goes, feels like I'm walking on sunshine. And you're like, okay, that's funny, but at the same time, you ruined your life. So maybe I shouldn't be laughing. But, you know, it's not like Isaac doesn't make fun of some other things that are... perhaps funny to me, but not funny to other people. Although, I'll admit, there's an edit on YouTube where the lady goes, feels like I'm walking on sunshine. And then they put the song, you know, I'm walking on sunshine, whoa. And I'm like, you know, okay, that's funny. There's humor in that, even though I, of course, wish her no ill will. And hopefully she's better now. But, I mean, let's be honest, you can't watch Intervention and then also be like... And I say this as somebody who watches occasionally when it's on, Intervention and Hoarders, etc., etc. You watch those shows on an intellectual level if somebody asks you. By the way, if you're not aware... Whoa! Oh, the Dark Prince! You have to be at 1 red heart, not 1/2. You have to be at 1. Okay, that's great to know. Easy come, easy go for now, but... we can get our stats up. That's fine. I totally forgot about the Dark Crown, but that's huge. If someone asks you, go, oh yeah, you know, I watch it because it's fascinating just to see these lives ravaged by addiction. You know, it's so sad. But when you're watching it at home, there are some times when you go, oh, come on, dude. What are you doing? This guy's being ridiculous. You watch it for like a morbid sense of curiosity. I'm certainly like, I'm just being honest. But I'm also sympathetic. Like, when I watch Hoarders, I'm like, damn, that sucks. And I mean this sincerely. It's gonna sound ridiculous. Like, people use hoarding as a joke, but... Imagine living life and being like, I really need to keep this newspaper from, like, 1972, you know? It holds personal value to me. That's a mental illness that would be harrowing to have or to have a family member have. My heart goes out to all of you who have to deal with that stuff. I mean that sincerely. At the same time, when you watch a dude, like, have to climb over 50 newspaper mountains in order to, you know, get to his toilet, you're like, this is absurd. We humans are such broken creatures. I'm not judging the man, I'm judging the species. I'm like, come on. I'm not gonna use this to make a point that necessarily would maybe overstretch the bounds of what I would consider my responsibility as a content creator. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to approach this delicately. Okay, we want to go back to that blood bank. But it's like when people talk about like intelligent design. I'm not making... you know where I stand on the concept of creationism versus versus evolution, probably based on the fact that I have a degree in biology. But this isn't even meant to be judgmental in that sense. But, you know, the argument they always use, in school at least, against intelligent design, the idea that human beings were curated by a single creator. This is what we want here. No speed upgrade, but the rate of fire increase is huge. Is like, well, why would you breathe and eat through the same tube? That seems like it's going to lead, like, that means if your airway gets obstructed while you're eating, you could die. And I think that's a relatively, from a rhetorical standpoint, a decent argument to make. Here's my argument. Hey, you know... whichever God you may believe in that created us, and I believe you me, I'm not taking a militant stance on this. Whichever God you believe created us, hey, why'd you leave that little part in the human brain that makes people hoard so they keep all the garbage they've ever created in order to, you know, they feel like they have some sentimental attachment to it. And I'm not saying, you know, that is proof that a benevolent Lord doesn't exist. I'm just saying from an intelligent design perspective, it's easier for me to rationalize that. We don't want to take anything else because it'll fuck up Dark Crown. So I think this is where we want to stand here. Fuck it, let's just keep moving. This is not me making an argument for agnosticism or atheism. It's more me making an argument for like, yeah, in my head, I can definitely see how that would be an error of evolution. The mind works in mysterious ways, you know. Maybe in the past, hoarding was really important. You get a bunch of sweet-ass, you know, berries from the, you know, the field next to your village. You want to hoard those. They could be useful someday, you know, as food. That's rational, and maybe it's just that mechanism gone haywire. It just seems cruel for somebody to be like, yeah, leave that little part in the brain in there. Makes the dude take a shit on his kitchen counter and then leave it there for 30 years. Like, that's malevolent, man. But who knows? I'm not claiming to know. I'm just saying it makes you think. Not so much intervention, though. I guess it's not really fair, though, because you could use that argument for everything, right? But why are there any problems with anything if there's a benevolent creator? I don't know, maybe he or she wants to make us work for it. This video is getting into like a weird area. Now that I've brought up any semblance of religion, I have to bring up, if you would just be respectful to each other in the comments. We're living in a time where, like, every issue, oh, fuck. You know what? Yes, I'm taking it. Let's do this. Lowest speed possible. 0.23! And we fucked up, oh, that's actually really good, but we fucked up the Dark Crown as well. That's hilarious, though. I love this idea. 0.33 now. Oh, that was Liberty Cap was bringing our speed down for a room. Okay. We live in a time, everything is controversial. You say anything on the internet and it's associated with a political stance, right? Just be nice to each other in the comments. I don't give a shit what you believe. 1 cent? Alright, that's weird. Buy this. See what this is? I don't know, dude. Verp? What is that pill? Infested? Sure. I don't give a shit what you believe as long as you're a nice person. That goes for everything. Almost everything. I don't give a shit, you know, what you support politically, what religion you follow, what sports team you follow, unless you're a fan of the Boston Bruins from out of market. If you live in the Massachusetts area, you have my blessing. As a Vancouver Canucks fan, you're a hometown fan or you're from the area, what can I say? I can't say that you're not allowed to cheer for the Bruins. But if you're like, you know, from San Antonio, Texas, and you're like, oh yeah, I started following hockey in 2011 and they won the cup that year, what are the odds? Sorry, you have to cheer for Dallas. Like, it's the hometown rule. You can't be from Tennessee and start cheering for the New England Patriots this year. It's just not fair. You got to put in your time on a shitty franchise before you get the... Anyway, the point is, just be respectful to one another. That's so much more important to me than you know, what your personal beliefs are in your head is the way that they manifest themselves in reality. And again, I'll just offer you the classic Northernlionism for arguing about, you know, serious issues in the YouTube comments, is that if the only place you can find to argue about serious issues is YouTube comments, you've already lost. Everybody involved in the argument is already lost. Be down. Just unite in a common hatred of the fact that I have nerfed my own run by taking ridiculous speed downgrades here, okay? That's the only thing that matters. I would much rather have you all be like, we love each other but hate the fact that NL took his speed down to 0.33 here deliberately, like some kind of, you know, masochistic idiot, than be like, whoa, well, you know, you believe in intelligent design? I hate you! Like, I don't know, maybe this is... As I've gotten older, I've become a lot less militant in my beliefs. When I was younger, it would be like, you know, you listen to Coldplay? Don't talk to me! You know, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but as I've gotten older, you know, at least for me personally, the way that you treat people on an individual level tells me a lot more. And the way that you treat yourself, honestly, tells me a lot more about you and whether or not I think we'd, you know, get along. If you're a kind person with good morals, you know, you pay your child support bills, and you know you're a good friend and a good parent, by all means, dude. As far as I'm concerned, you're probably adding net joy into the world. I don't know though. Maybe that's even a controversial opinion. Who knows? This video's taking a strange turn, but this is what's gonna happen, you know? Prepare yourself. I don't know. We're gonna get into some deep fucking topics here, man. Like, this is what happens when you got 0.33 speed. We're on the road to nowhere. Come on inside. Wait, no, you know, there's a better one. I'll wait till the next big room and then I'll bust it out. This is like, I mean, I did it to myself. There's a big room. The first speed downgrade was because I didn't think it would be this bad. The second speed downgrade is because, well, because I like to think that I'm smart, I guess. Please tell me wait, did we already, yeah, we found an arcade, we found a shop. If we can find an arcade, that would be exquisite, because I would love to get the Dark Prince working for us again, or Dark Prince's Crown, whatever it's called. That was a big room, I forgot to sing. I was gonna sing, slow ride, boom, doo-dum, doo-dum, take it easy. Wait, let's do that again. Slow run, boom, boom, doo-dum, doo-dum, we are eating, boom, 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 boom. Look at those masterful dodges. Wow. This is what true skill looks like. You may not respect it, but this is peak performance. Might as well. So, what are we banking on here? Well, to be real with you, what are these flies? Well, I mean, an Emperor card would save us a lot of fucking hassle. That's a relatively modest ask, so I would love to see it. Let's see what we get from our first boss here. High Priest? Dude, thank you. Thank you so much. Second level ball of bandages. Ain't much wrong with that. Pretty much unavoidable damage there, but that's okay. We're still looking for an arcade. I don't really care about a mob trap room, but care about an arcade. Because that Dark Prince bonus is huge. I've resigned myself to the fact that we are not going to get a speed upgrade on this run. This is just gonna be how it is. I'm certainly not going down to the fucking Delirium fight, I'll tell you that much. With 100% certainty. By the way, this run goes out to, it's like 2 people. It's not the same people, but there are like 2 people every day who tweet me and they're like, hey, NL, when are you gonna start being zany again? Is this zany enough for you? Be careful what you fucking wish for. Maybe this isn't even zany, it's just stupid, but you know, you don't get a choice. There's not a zany switch you can just flick on any run and be like, oh, wow, look at that, D4 in the first item room. Good thing I hit the zany button. No, like, you gotta make the zane out of the ingredients that exist on your run. And what did we get this time? 22 speed downgrades. So that's what we're gonna fucking roll with, okay? Let's go, boys. So pretty much, our big play right now is beat the odds, get a deal with the devil, have it not be a Krampus fight, be able to spend 2 HP. It doesn't really matter what the 2 HP is even spent on. It's just the fact that we have it. So we did get a deal with the devil, and then we can get to the Dark Prince's crown payout. And it's Brimstone, so that's beautiful. So we got Dark Prince's crown. I don't know, all of our stats got fucked up there, but the crown is active. And again, I think the crown might actually also give you shops down here or item rooms, but we'll have to check to make sure of that. Obviously, this is great. Like, this is actually... We had a map there for a second, which I should have peeped, but this is dope. We're still like, what the fuck? Is this allowed? We're still on ridiculously poor damage. Not damage, sorry, ridiculously poor speed. Damage is actually great right now, 6.64, and then, you know, Brimstone's not going to take 100 years to charge, hopefully, and we got Little Brim to back it up, so... when we hit things, they should die, is the gist of it. I almost, at this point, don't want a speed upgrade, because if we get a speed upgrade, then all of a sudden this run is just going to be great. And where's the fun in that? I want the fun of having made a 0.33 speed run work. I mean, basically because we got some great payouts, but also because, you know, my own undisputable personal skill. Indisputable personal skill. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Now, I will be taking advantage of basically every power pill and power pill analog that we can get our fucking hands on. So our other card is High Priestess. It's a good card. We're going to keep that and hopefully pop that on our boss fight here. Wow. Yeah, our damage is, like, acceptable. No doubt about that. Who's our third boss here? I always forget. Okay. Wait, we have 3 power pills now. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity to use one of these. Feels like I'm walking on sunshine, gives you a speed upgrade. Power pill does not give you a speed upgrade. I guess that's how that works. Might as well use our power pills. We got a 67% chance of a deal with the devil on this floor. So what's... Okay, I see. What's the ticket there? Well... We only want to take a deal if it's great and or still leaves us with the Dark Prince's crown enabled. Because otherwise, oh lord. We could get an item that, let's say, theoretically, these are just spitball numbers. We get an item that gives us 0.6 tiers up. Well, that doesn't even make any sense. We get an item that gives us -5 tier delay, but our tier cap... Let me rephrase for the 15th time. We get an item, it, on paper, makes our tiers shoot faster. However, it fucks up our Dark Crown activation, thereby causing our tiers to actually shoot slower, because by picking up the tiers upgrade, we've deactivated the Dark Crown. That was a very confusing way to explain a fairly simple concept, but you get the idea. That being said, once you get the tiers upgrade, you've got the tiers upgrade. If you ever get back to being able to get Dark Crown activated, you're stoked. But you can't rely on that, especially this late in the game. You know, you gotta hope for deals with the devil to show up that may not. Thank you, High Priestess. You were very helpful. We can't take HP. We also cannot get the Black Rune. No. Alright, so we're out. It means we should have a 100% chance of a deal with the devil on the next floor, and no chance of getting to the Hush fight. So hopefully we don't get sucked down to the Void floor. We actually... 2 Curse of the Unknowns in a row? Really? We have a good chance to win. We have a great chance to win. I'm pretty confident we're at full HP, but... I mean, we might as well keep taking... What's the point of having... Well, there are other points to having Liberty Cap, but what's the point of having Liberty Cap broadly if you're not going to use it like this? Oh, Lord. Whatever. We don't need him. Alright, now we can see. Oh, it's possible that our boss rooms are very close together. I like that a lot. Speed up. Wow, Relax actually did something for us? A whole new world. Do we fight a mini-boss? Well, you start to think, what can we get out of a mini-boss? This is good. Even if we get hit, we're gonna get hit a lot by enemies walking into us, so the virus is, like, acceptable. We didn't get it, that's okay. And we got a luck upgrade. Luck is good. We're gonna fight the mini-boss. The actual long and short of it has nothing to do with whether or not we can get a speed upgrade. It's more, what's the cost to doing this room, and it's basically nothing. What's the benefit? I mean, I would have taken Shoop to Whoop. Actually, now that I probably would not have taken Shoop to Whoop, but we could have taken Shoop to Whoop. Pretty Fly, I think, is worth the 1 Spirit Heart loss, as long as we have a means to enable more Spirit Heart gain in the future. That was pretty dumb. Ah, he got me. Still, HP is good. Yeah, HP is good. 100% deal with the devil. It's very important. We have to weigh things accordingly here. Because our deal with the devil, we're not going to get HP, is what I'm trying to say. So from Mom's Heart, we're not going to get HP, which means any deal with the devil that costs us anything will ruin Dark Prince's crown. That doesn't mean, though, that there's no items that are worth picking up. However, honestly, and this doesn't happen very often, so the probabilistic geek in me is kind of like, well, that's a funny roll. This is one of the rare times it makes the most sense to hope for, like, a Krampus fight this late in the game. Like, Krampus Lump of Coal? No, I'm not doing the Void. You ruined your chance, game. We could have... I was on your side for a while, but you've decided against it. Yeah, we can't take either of these, which is fine, but... I'm, not even bummed. Honestly, the fact that we picked up Brimstone makes it all okay. Alright, so we're going to the left, probably. Now, I will say that in terms of potential Zanes, I would give having no speed not a very high Zane out of 10 stat. Or 10 out of Zane stat. What? Secret room only borders it on like 3 sides here? And not the side you would expect. Anyway, what am I getting at here? I don't really remember. The point is, this run is interesting, but the self-nerf was completely unwarranted. Pretty much we're gonna survive because the game was kind. Which is, you know, funny to suggest in a situation like this where I'm like, holy fuck. 0.33 speed. Literally like 1/7 of what your maximum speed can be. I'm not going to the curse room. We can't afford to give up HP right now. This HP may well be worth the world to us when we get down to the chest. I think... Oh! I think... we have to go through this big room. And honestly, like, sure, we could bomb our way out of these rooms, but it's not strictly completely necessary. Help. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna get HP when we finish off Isaac anyway. If we had special bombs, it would be a lot easier to convince me to use those special bombs to, or pick up these bombs here and then, you know, use them against Isaac, but no such luck. You reap what you fucking sow. Honestly, the Isaac fight is going really well here. So, our streak is probably going to be at 1. What do I want from, what's our ideal chest payout? Wooden Spoon. Roid Rage. No, actually, give me Taurus. Trying to think, are there any other speed downgrades? Like, you know what would be really funny to see is actually if Libra made our run awesome or completely fucked it. I wonder if the speed would just pilfer from everything. Like, we would become average speed, but much worse everything else. I'd be willing to take a lark on it, though, if they wanna hook me up. It's actually a surprisingly fast run, considering how slow it is. Like, 36 minutes down here is not record-breaking, but it could be fucking worse. So, Shielded Brimstone is beautiful. I I think. Sissy Longlegs is fine. Mom's Bra is, you know, basically worthless, but that's okay. And then, Spider Babby. Who cares? That's my philosophy. So who are the MVPs of this run? Well, to the surprise of nobody at all, Brimstone. And, then beyond that, you know what? I don't know who I want to die first here, but I know I don't want HP. It doesn't matter who we want to die first, because you know who's going to die first? Or who's going to die last? Envy. Even if I think I've killed all of the parts of Envy, all it takes is one slip up and we shoot Sloth instead. I don't know, can Sloth gives us like Bob's Curse? Pretty big, who cares, but a tarot card? Emperor? Help me. Help me just finish this. Help! It all gets tied back around in the end here. It's good. Well, man, when we pop this, we actually get up to a 0.61 speed stat. What a time to be alive. I never thought we would have a speed I mean, I used to read all the magazines as a little boy. And I'd see the Hollywood speed stats, 0.61. I never for a minute thought that I would be in that camp one day. So we're using predominantly Unicorn Stump at this point, which is actually holding us back. But if we launch our Brimstone shot first, it should work. So like, go Brimstone, Unicorn Stump. This room probably does not warrant it at all. That's clear. Brimstone, Unicorn Stump. So why not get HP? Well, the HP actually is horrible for us because it gets rid of Dark Crown. So if you want to make Brimstone shots that take 10 years to charge, like that's one fucking way to do it, without a doubt. It's not really on my to-do list as like a smart idea right now, but more power to you if that's how you decide to approach things in your life. Man, fuck these guys. I'm gonna wait till they jump. So far, so good. There we go. They jump. You know they're gonna try to jump on top of you, so that's where you bust out the ball of bandages. And mission accomplished largely. Oh man, it's the boss fight. We've done it! That is right, I did it! Number 1, are you kidding me? Well, this is the most I've ever felt justified in complaining about a Brimstone run. Did I do it to myself? Yeah, I did it to myself, and guess what? We fucking succeeded, so fudge you, Tony. We made it. Too low thinking we local? Come on, commenters, we major. Easy wins, under 40 minutes, wow. What a run. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.